Welcome to another Hearthstone video. Obviously, from this title, you already know what this is, but in case you can't read, this is how to maximize your gold in Arcane Dust, especially for new players who don't really have the experience that I have had from playing this game for 7 years. Now, Arcane Dust and gold are the fundamental aspects of Hearthstone in order for you to create new decks and have better experiences and try new things, but it comes at a cost of money and time, and we'll be going through this. On top of this, in this video, you will see multiple ways of getting more gold, which in turn means more dust, and vice versa. More dust means you save more gold, and we'll go through all the ways that you could try to best to maximize it. And in this video, I will give you some tips in order to just get more gold in general. So make sure you stick around. Let's get right to this. I hope this video is helpful for every single type of person in Hearthstone, whether you're new or a veteran player. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. We're in Hearthstone now. We're in the tavern. The first thing you will notice is the gold section in the bottom right. This is the amount of gold that you currently have as a Hearthstone player for this account. Now, if you don't know the value of cards, every single pack is 100 gold. So in this video, I'll show you how to get more gold, but that is the currency. One pack is equal to 100 gold. Of course, the easiest way of getting more dust is just by opening packs with credit card. You pull out your mom's credit card, you get some cash, you slam it on the table, you say, Blizzard, take my money. But this is not the most affordable way for a lot of players. A lot of people are more casual. So we want to try to maximize the way that we can get the amount of gold in our account, which means dust. For dust, if you don't know what that is, dust is what you can use to make cards, or you get dust for disenchanting cards. For instance, right here, if I want to craft this card, I have to pay 40 dust of my 60. And if I create it, it will give me less dust, but now I have this card in this menu. I can undo this effect to get my dust back. But if I click off the screen after I create it, it will actually consume my dust and I will not be able to get it back. On top of this, if you are disenchanting a card, you usually get 1/4 of its value back. For legendaries, it's 1600 for crafting cost and you get 400 dust. For epics, it's 400 crafting cost and you get 100 back. For rares, it's 120 back. And for neutrals, it is 40 dust to craft and you get 5 dust back. Now, you may look at this and go, Blizzard, you greedy bastard, why are you doing this to us? But that's the economy they have done, and we'll go through how you can get more gold and more dust right now. Recently, they have started doing this new thing with a battle pass system rather than a daily quest. Before, what would happen, you would log on to Hearthstone daily, you would get a quest, it would equal from 40 to 100 gold, and depending on which one you got, you would have to save 2 days to get a new pack. But now they have switched this a little bit differently now. Now there is this battle pass reward track. Now, the point of the reward track is to reward players who don't play this game as often. What would happen with the old system is that you would have to do the quest every single 3 days. Otherwise, you're losing on your potential gold for Hearthstone, which is not great for anyone because we want as much gold as humanly possible. So they swapped it. So when you first start getting into this, the first thing you'll get is a random legendary card, which is the value of 1600 dust. This is good. It's a good entry point for a lot of players, and it just helps get more legendaries. You also start to get more packs as you start to level through this. Now, you may ask yourself, how do I level through the battle pass system? And this is going to be in tandem with how you get more gold in Arcane Dust. You get quests. Now, every single week on Monday, you will get 3 weekly quests, and every single day you'll get 1 daily quest. And you can use these quests to help you get more experience, what helps you get through the battle pass system, and which gives you more gold and more packs. As you go through, you'll get more stuff, you'll get more gold, you'll get packs and gold, you'll get another legendary, you'll get just packs. And on top of this, once you hit the max rank in this, you will get a hero, which I have already done. I've already picked my Warlock one. It's not any gold or anything, but you get this. But then after this, for every level you get 50 gold, and they reduce the amount of experience you need in order for this one past 50 in order for you to get the next level for you get more money. So right now at the bottom, you may see this little thing. This is from the Hearthstone deck tracker. I would highly recommend you get it. If you notice right now, it says 475 dust out of 1500 for my next level. After you reach level 50, each level is 1500, which is not that hard to get. Usually it's like a quest in a couple games just to get 50 gold. But when you do the weekly quest, you do get a lot. Like for instance, this one is 2100. It's basically a full level right there just for finishing in top 4, which means I just get 50 gold like that, which is very, very nice. And we could use this to get the maximum gold possible. I will say this as well, with the battle pass system, you can put up an upfront cost. I believe it's like $25 Canadian, and you will get the golden legendary. You can't disenchant this one, unfortunately, but you get more XP throughout the battle pass, and this system will actually increase as it goes on. You can see when I go to this one, rather than getting 10%, I get 15%, and that really adds up, because if you buy this, it kind of just pays for itself with gold, and you'll usually get more gold in return depending on how much you play this game. So you don't only get XP, you also get like skins. For this one, you get Thrall, and there's a bunch of Jaina skins, and this will change with the next battle pass. But if you have the upfront money and you play this game a lot, and you're thinking you're going to get a lot of dust or a lot of gold from this, then 100% buy it. It is worth it. First way of getting more gold into this is using the achievements that they have given you. Now, this is very simple. The only ones that give achievements are the ones that are from the gameplay section and in the current expansion. This will obviously change as the expansions come out, because every single expansion will have new achievements, and you also need some cards, but it's very easy to do with this with a couple, right? For instance, this one is a redeem Pyra. I think that's how I don't know how to pronounce this card, but it's a common, and it's very, very easy to get. But by doing these achievements, you can just lock XP. Once you get XP, it just gives you closer to your level, which means you get a higher level, which means you get more gold. Achievements are pretty good. Second best way of getting more gold is using your quest to your advantage. A lot of the quests will give you a ton of XP, but some of them will not give you as much. So you could re-roll your quest. For instance, 2,100 is a pretty good value. I could re-roll it and get a different quest. This one still is 2,100, but now it's a different thing, right? Usually the amount of time it takes to do a quest is the equivalent of how much experience you will get. So if you have more time and you want to take that chance of re-rolling to get something higher, then definitely do it. On top of this, you may ask yourself, what game mode should I play in order to get as much experience as possible? Because experience is equal to gold. And I will kind of break this down as much as I can from what I played. Standard is entirely dependent on if you win or lose and how long the game takes for you to complete it. Sometimes you'll get 100. I've gotten 100 XP. Sometimes you'll get like 5 because the game's so fast, but usually on average it's around 40. So you can kind of equal that out of how much games you need to play in order to get to your next level. Wild is the same example. Duels is the same idea. It's all based on time, right? The longer it takes for you to complete a game, the more it will take, or the more XP you will get. But there are a couple things you can do right now in order for Battlegrounds and other game modes for you to get maximum XP. So I don't get done this, but I will mention this in this video. If you go to Battlegrounds and you don't care about your rating whatsoever, and you have some way to make it so you never go AFK just by clicking with your mouse, and you can literally put your mouse right here and just keep spam clicking it. And if you don't care about your MMR, you could just keep going through Battlegrounds games while you're doing something else on your computer, because it'll still count as game. You'll get XP, you're farming XP without actually doing any. So how can you maximize your dust with the current battle pass system, as well as with the cards you currently have? So there are 3 things that I look for a card that I want to disenchant or craft. Number 1 is how good is it in the current metagame? Will it see play in another metagame? And 3, do I ever play the class? One of the best ways to get as many decks as possible for specific classes is just by ignoring classes that you don't want to play. For instance, if you hate priest, you could just disenchant all of the priest cards and you'll get a lot of dust, and every single time you get a priest card, you can just disenchant it because you know you're not going to play it. If you think philosophy is going to be a card next expansion and you thinking about crafting it, think about it like this. You are literally getting 1/4 the value back. So if you can hold on to a card as long as you can, you should do it. Don't disenchant a card unless you absolutely want something else. By disenchanting a card, you are basically losing dust, and you want to maintain that. Only disenchant things if you want to play a certain deck at a very specific time. Don't just go willy-nilly through your collection and disenchant stuff. The next thing is going to be gold cards. Gold, you get more, right? You still get 1/4 the dust as long as it's not a common card, but you get more dust from a gold card. Now, if you're someone who doesn't care about gold cards and you already have the other version of the card, disenchant the gold one. I know this is going to be a really hot topic, but you're probably wondering, is there any cheat codes to getting more gold rather than experience? Because gold is something that I truly want, and there actually is. And you could do it with 2 different game modes. You go to the mode section from the main menu, you are offered 3 different games. One is Battlegrounds, which I've already covered. And again, Battlegrounds is one of the better ways of doing this because you can just AFK. Obviously, if you care about your MMR, then don't do it. But Arena and Duels are 2 different ways you can get gold for your gold. Now, this is the way that it works. If I go to the Arena, it will make me either use a ticket, which is the covering the fee for the arena. Now, normally the arena costs 150 gold. So arena is a game mode where you will pick a class. It doesn't matter. You have options for all 10 classes. You will build a deck. And once you are building a deck, you will queue up for games. And if you get 3 losses, you will get kicked out of the arena, but you can go all the way to 12 wins. For every single win, you will get more rewards. So for 150 golds to break even, it's usually around 3 wins you want to get in order for you to break even. Now, how do you break even, you may ask? Well, what you will do, you will pay the 150 gold up front. Now, if you have the voucher, it's basically 150 gold voucher because you could only use it on duels or the arena. And duels is the same concept if we do ranked duels, which we'll get to in a second, but you get that free dust. If you just concede 3 times in a row with 0, you will get 1 pack and usually something else with it. You will always guarantee at least 1 pack. So just by trying the arena out, you are getting experience as well as that guaranteed 1 pack, which, if we remember, 1 pack is 100 gold. Now, on top of this, for every single win you will get better rewards. Now, the problem with Arena is that you need to be good at Arena. Arena is a much different game than Standard because Standard is creating a deck and playing cards that revolve for a strategy that you have created from the deck of cards. Arena is much more minion interaction. It's much more basic Hearthstone than anything else. And if you're not good at basic Hearthstone with exchanging and trading minions, you will probably not be doing that well in Arena, which means it's not worth it. So make sure that you're good at Arena. Duels is the other one that you could be using for you to get more gold and experience. Now, there are achievements for duels that do give you experience as well as, well, experience means more gold. But on top of this, you could do the same thing with Arena or Duels. Duels is the same aspect of Arena where you have the ability to do a casual duel or a heroic duel. Now, a heroic duel is the same idea as Arena where you pay an upfront cost for you to actually get some rewards. Now, you can see the same thing. It will make me use a tavern pass ticket thing. I don't want to use that, but again, it's the same idea with duels. You can play the casual mode first just to try it out. You don't have to pay anything like that. But again, if you're good at duels and you can consistently get to more like higher wins, it's the same idea as Arena. You get these same rewards. The last thing I'm going to mention is something that a lot of new players do, which is the FOMO effect. Now, FOMO means fear of missing out, but in Hearthstone, it means crafting a deck that is in the metagame. Now, everyone wants to play the flavor of the week. Sometimes you see your favorite streamer playing this new awesome deck that's coming out, and it may not be good, but it looks super fun. And this is where you have to start asking yourself as a player, do I want to craft this deck or should I wait? There's also the case of cards getting nerfed. If you create a deck and there is a potential that it might get nerfed, it gets a little sketchy because you built a whole deck and you will not get any of your dust back except for the card that has been nerfed. Now, when a card is nerfed, you have 2 weeks of the patch drops to get full dust value on that card back. Even if it's golden, if you get a nerfed card, you will get 3,200 gold back if it's a golden legendary and 1,600 if you're a legendary, and et cetera for the rest of them. Now, it is very important as a player to ask yourself, do I want to continue using this card when something is nerfed? If you're someone who's on a budget, it's usually really good to just get the nerfed card because you'll get the full card back and you can wait a couple days to see if the card still sees play to, craft it again. But it's usually really, really good for you to craft this. This is the #1 way of getting the most amount of gold in Hearthstone. Now, Hearthstone is a game that is kind of a mobile game firsthand. They want you to spend money into the game. That is the whole point of this, but they have given you a lot of ways of getting gold and experience for you to get as big of a collection as possible. Now, how do you get that? It's by playing the game. Now, unfortunately for a lot of people, this game can be very frustrating, but there is no other way around it. Try to find a deck you really like, play that deck a bunch, wait till you get a bunch more gold, keep opening packs, and make sure you open the packs that you need with the upcoming core rotation. And when the core rotation's in the game, you'll no longer have to buy classic packs, which means you really only need to buy expansion cards, which will make the game much cheaper and much better. Also, if you're gonna spend money in this game, try to buy bundles. At the start of every expansion, before they release it, they usually give 2 pre-purchase bundles that you can buy. One is the bigger, larger one is called the Mega Bundle, and the other one is just the regular bundle. Now, for me, we can just compare the difference really fast. To get 60 packs in Hearthstone at the moment without a bundle, it is $87.99 Canadian dollars for me. If I go to the bundle and I look at the pre-purchase value, it is $62 for me. I get the same amount of packs. I also get 2 random legendaries, which is the best deal Hearthstone's going to offer. And hopefully as the game gets more popular, maybe they make it, you get better value for these bundles, but try to buy the bundles if you can, because those will make a much better time for you getting more value for your money. And that means more dust and more gold. I hope this video was helpful. I tried to do the best I could to try to find ways for you to get as much gold and dust as possible. And I hope that you are excited for the next expansion as well as the core sets. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. I'll try to answer it as much as I can. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. I'll try to do more content like this to help you guys out, and I'll see you in the next one.